We bring in our good friend Eric Devendorf to talk some hoops and talk some community service at the same time. Devo, always great to chat with you. How are you today?
I'm doing awesome, man. I appreciate you guys having me on, as always.
Well, we love talking with you. We'll talk hoops in a minute, but let's start with some of your community efforts, and let's start with this 6th annual Turkey Drive, Turkey Dinner giveaway coming up in November at Wilson Park. Give us the details, and what can people expect from it?
Yeah, so Saturday, November 18th, we're doing it at Wilson Park from 12 to 3. We'll be handing out just over 400 turkey dinners, and we're doing it for the second year in a row with Empire Orange Publishing and the Mike Hart and Tay Train Foundation, which is Mike Hart and Latavius Murray's foundation. So happy to partner up with them again. And then we got a lot of different sponsors, BHG, Lobdell Family, Tops, Wegmans, Crawford Farms, just to name a few. And also, which is really important, we have 8 drop-off locations where you could drop off canned goods and non-perishable items. And that's the Most, Pastime Athletic Club, Elite Wealth Management, Edge Strength and Conditioning, the Syracuse City District Office, That Here Place in Baldwinsville, Pavone's Pizza, and also Nick's Barbershop in Liverpool off of Oswego Road. So we got a lot of support, a lot of people backing it, and it's going to be a great day, November 18th. A lot of families are going to be, happy with a lot of smiles. So I'm looking forward to it, man. It's always a fun time and getting people together to help out the community.
Eric, you're one that always gives back to this community. What's it mean to, partner up with Latavius and Mike and do something like this year in and year out, and what you've been able to do and what those guys have been able to do for this community?
Well, so Mike Poyer, who is the director of their foundation, he does really all the hands-on stuff. Obviously, Latavius is pretty busy right now with the season going on, and same with Mike Hart. He's coaching at Michigan. So me and Mike are really hands-on with it, and they're doing the Zoom calls and all that. But it really started out with, we did a sneaker and cleats give back, which Latavius actually was there for that, where we gave out almost 1,500 pairs of new sneakers and cleats to kids down on the south side at Brighton Academy. So that's kind of where the partnership started. And, ever since then, we've just been trying to come up with different ideas and things that we could do to help out in the community, really targeted towards the youth. But, it's for everyone. But we've been doing a lot of stuff targeted, towards the younger kids. And, this is just something, the turkey dinner giveaway that, both myself and obviously the Hart and Tay Train Foundation are, it really means a lot to us, and we're just happy to be able to give back to the community that's, Tay's from here, and obviously I've been here since '05, and they've, done nothing but supported me from the beginning. So I'm just happy to be able to give back and partner with great people along the way.
You've got your hand in a lot of things, and you mentioned some of the past events and past fundraisers you've had, and there's back to school stuff and the sneaks and cleats that you mentioned, and coats and clothes and food, and you wouldn't be doing these things if there wasn't a need, right, Eric? So can you speak
right
to the need in this area, and again, you're trying to do your part, but there's more to be done, because there are a lot of people in need in this area, aren't there?
And now more than ever, just to be honest. Even when I got here, the need was there, but now you just see it, more so everywhere, throughout the city. It's just, people need these little things, go a long way. Even, obviously with how the economy is, people with jobs, and it still struggle with day-to-day things and trying to be able to provide stuff for their family. So when we're able to do this, it's a big thing. It means a lot to us and all the people involved. And, you mentioned all the stuff that we do and that we're trying to continue to do. We want to be able to do that for a community. Like I said, they've been there for us, and we all know how Syracuse backs their, Syracuse basketball, football players, and, whatever sport it is. So I want to be able to give back, and I want to be able to connect people throughout the community, and hopefully, not because we're doing these things and putting them out there, but we need other people, like you said, Steve, to help out and jump on board. And when they start to see these things that we're doing, hopefully it motivates and inspires them to be able to go out and do the same thing. Because we want others to go out there and do it on the north side or the south side or east, wherever it is. Because the more we're doing, the more help that people are going to get, and the better for our community overall. So we're just going to continue to try to spread the word and inspire and motivate people to hopefully do the same thing.
Eric, is there a way people can get in touch with you if they want to donate, if it be, for your turkey drive or anything that you've been, putting on over this last year?
Yeah, so all the information will be on social media. My Twitter is @ed23hoops. Same thing with Instagram @ed23hoops, and I post and do stories every day, reminding people about the drop-off spots and where the turkey drive is going to be. So yeah, that's where you could visit all the social media, and also you can hit me up on LinkedIn. It's just Eric Devendorf on LinkedIn. So right now, social media is the best way to get in touch with me and get a hold of me.
You mentioned ED Hoops 23. I know you love working with kids. I know you love teaching basketball to kids. Can you bring us up to date with how your camps have been? Anything new with ED Hoops 23 these days?
Yeah, so we've been doing a lot of camps, obviously in the summer and then into the fall. Right now we have Little Hoopers, which is it's a 6-week program where we do the basics, fundamentals, like just the introduction stuff to the game with K through 4th grade, and that goes for an hour once a week for 6 weeks. So I'm just trying to stay busy, and I think the big thing is trying to not only teach the kids, but get them involved, let them learn about it, and let them fall in love with the game, and then hopefully they can kind of take it and run with it themselves. So that's the big thing, is introducing it to them, and then also the things that you learn, in the camps and being a part of the program is the stuff that you need to be able to be a successful businessman or businesswoman or whatever it is you want to do. Learning the habits and the traits that you need: consistency, discipline, teamwork, being able to work through adversity, all those type of things. So that's a big emphasis that we're trying to bring to those camps and clinics and everything that we do.
All right, for you, life outside of basketball, first time we haven't seen you on a TBT floor this year. What's the next steps in Eric Devendorf's plans outside of basketball?
Yeah, but you did see me at the.
You're
at
right.
the
I did see you still hitting threes at that alumni game.
So don't forget that. I still got it right now at this very moment. I could get down on that court.
I'll give you 10 minutes, right?
Exactly, man. I'm in shape. I can still do it. But no, we're gonna keep building off the ED23 hoops and keep providing opportunities for the kids in the area. And I'm getting the foundation started. I won't talk too much about that right now because the people behind me, they'll probably get upset. But so I got some things brewing and just some things that's gonna help build each other, help the community, and also get more people involved and have more opportunities for people to do and do something what they love, through coaching or mentorship, whatever it may be.
One of those things you got brewing, from what I understand, you and I are going to get to work together this season doing some post-game shows after SU men's basketball games. So let's talk a little bit of Cuse Hoops here. Big change, right? No more Jim Boeheim for the first time in almost 50 years, and Adrian Autry takes over, and there's this infusion of talent from the transfer portal. And what stands out to you about this particular roster that Red has put together?
Well, first off, I'm super excited. You talk about the roster. It's, you're going back to your typical Syracuse roster: long, athletic, lanky, can move, versatile. I think this year's team, they're going to have to make their defense their offense, if that makes sense. They're going to have to get a lot of deflections, a lot of steals, a lot of blocks. They're going to have to get out and play fast, get in transition, get easy buckets. I don't think we have a ton of shooters. We do have Chris Bell, and I know Judah has an improved jump shot, and Justin Taylor, he's a guy who's going to be a threat out there. But we don't have shooters all around. Really, the most consistent one would be Bell, and I think he has a breakout year this year. But we're going to have to get offense from our defense, get out, play fast, and I think we have a lot of guys who could, make plays with the ball in their hands and do it by themselves. So I'm excited, man. The roster and the lineup, you got big guys, you got, small, compact guards who can get there and finish. So it's going to be fun, man. And I think Red, he has their ear. They're listening to him, and he'll have some ups and downs, just like everybody who's starting off. But he's the right guy for the job, man. I'm excited to watch these guys.
What would be the biggest challenge for Coach Autry right now as he steps into his first year? Obviously, winning games, being at the top of it. But when you're looking at day to day, what's the biggest challenges that you think he faces right now?
I think it's just finding like comfortability in the position, right? Knowing that you're the man, you're the head coach. I mean, it's so much more on your plate than when you're an assistant, right? You know, as an assistant, you know you got to do this, and that. As a head coach, now you're managing everybody. You're managing the coaches under you and the players to the health and the health staff or the training staff. Excuse me. So it's just a lot more responsibility. I think the more obviously experience he gets from day to day going and doing that stuff, the more comfortable he's going to be. But again, like Red, he's been a part of the program for, I mean, a long time. 20 plus years is going back to him playing and then coaching and obviously being the head guy now. So, I mean, he knows the program in and out. He knows what he wants to do. He has Coach Boeheim right there to help him out if he needs it. And like we talked about, his roster that he's assembled, I think he's done a great job of finding guys who could play multiple positions, get to the basket, and then defend the ball, because that's one thing we're not going to see. We're not going to see a lot of zone anymore. We're going to see man-to-man, getting up in your face, pressuring the ball, and making teams play. So it's going to be exciting. It's going to be up and down, fast-paced, and I think the Syracuse basketball that we're accustomed to seeing. So.
Who is the player that you are most looking forward to seeing this year? Is it a returning guy like a Judah Mintz? Is it a newcomer like a J.J. Starling? Who are you most excited to see?
Well, I mean, I think everybody's talking about Judah and J.J. right in the backcourt that we're having. I think it's a top 10 backcourt in the country. I know one publication said they were the 20th, which I thought was a little low, but those two guys are going to be talked about going in. But I mentioned Chris Bell earlier. I just think he's a guy who his shot is so pretty, man. It's almost like a Chris Joe. If you remember how Chris Joe's shot looked, it's picture perfect. So, and I think he's athletic, he's long and versatile to where he can do more than shoot. He can get to a 1-2 dribble pull up. Defensively, if he's active and he's talking and he's engaged, he'll be able to get some steals and some blocks, and then he'll be able to get up, run the floor, get open threes, and then also get some dunks in transition. So I think he's a key guy. He might be the third scorer that we need. He could average 12, 13 a game for us and have nights where he might get 20, 25. He's capable of doing that. So I think this is his breakout year this season, to where he can really show people what he can do.
What about Benny Williams? He's a guy that I always thought he's got the cusp and potential to be that guy. Is it this year we see that out of Benny?
Yeah, I mean, potential is a crazy word, right? I mean, we could say it with a lot of players. I mean, obviously we see it with Benny. I mean, he has the athletic ability. We've seen he could step out now and hit the mid range, and sometimes hit this knock down the three. With him, it was just mental, man. It's just being engaged, being locked in. Every time you step out on the floor, you're one of the most athletic guys out there. Jumping and running. You can do it over everybody, really. It's like a Jeremy Grant almost, as far as that goes, just raw ability. But he has to be engaged and locked in, and when he does that, he makes the team better, because he could be really one of the best defensive guys, blocking shots. And then on the other end, he could be a mismatch, having the bigger guys guard him and bringing him out on the perimeter, driving by and hitting open jump shots. So he just has to be engaged. He has to be there mentally, and I think if he does that, he could really be a problem for opposing teams.
All right, Eric. Always great talking basketball with you. Can't wait to do it this season. Best of luck with this turkey dinner giveaway you've got coming up in November, and good luck with everything you got going on. We'll talk again soon.
Thanks, Steve.
I appreciate you guys. Thanks.